Friday night. Big B sitting under the neon light, with a notebook in hand and a grin so wide, tasting every brew his heart can't hide. He sips on stout, jots and notes.
Yeehaw! Welcome back, y'all, to the damn bar for another Big B beer review. And today, we got an actual beer review. I'm saying that because I feel that the last few reviews I've been doing are ciders and wine. So, now we get to something special. We have here, from the Yuengling Brewing Company out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania, we have Dark Brewed Porter. And it is coming in at, where's it at? 4.7% ABV. Yeah, it doesn't say it on the bottle. And I hate that. I hate that. I really hate that. I think that every alcoholic beverage, by law, if they have to do it that way, by law should have the damn ABV. I think it should be that way. If I'm mistaken, I believe like spirits and wine and stuff have to. Why not beer? Come on. That's something most consumers, almost 99% I'm sure, want to know. You know, they care about that stuff. I'm sure there's those some that just don't give a shit. They even drink it because it tastes good, because beer does taste good. You know? I don't care what anybody says. All right, the big deal about this sucker, I've had it before years ago and not knowing what it was. But the porter right here, if y'all know Yuengling, you know of Yuengling traditional lager. And I'm sure most of you believe that the traditional lager is the main beer, like, you know, but if you go back, I did all the research on Yuengling, and this right here is their oldest recipe still made, the porter. And it was their first big hit. This was their flagship beer for the longest time, was the porter. The porter has been around long before the traditional lager that most people know of today, and the iconic can. You know, most people are used to this thinking that this is their mainstream, and today it is. This is their flagship beer today, and has been for quite a while, the last few decades. You know, and it's a great beer, a wonderful beer. I love Yuengling. I love Yuengling's lager. I love their everything I've had Yuengling. I've been very fond of. I really love the Yuengling Premium, which I believe is older than this, and it came out as a flagship beer after, you know, the porter. But when I found the significance about this, I was like, wow, well, let me go get some more of it, and I couldn't find it again for a long time. Now all of a sudden, my store, even the one I work at, it carries it now all of a sudden. So I'm hoping they're going to keep carrying it from now on, and I was always wondering why didn't it stay mainstream. It's weird. A lot of the stuff that they used to do back in the 80s and 90s and stuff that is not big anymore, like the Yuengling Premium. That hasn't been seen for a while until recent, like the last few years down here in Florida. I'm able to get Yuengling Premium only at Walmart. I can only get Yuengling Porter only at Publix. You know, it's weird. You can get the traditional almost anywhere you go, everywhere. Every gas station, everywhere, they all have the Yuengling traditional lager. All right, enough yapping about it. I'm excited about this. Apparently, I liked it a lot when I first had it, but when I checked into it on Untappd years ago, but that was, I think, even before I started doing beer reviews, and I'm not sure. Anyways, enough yapping. Get into it. Twist off crown there. It smells like a porter. Not a strong smell. It's been a while, y'all. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oops, I didn't really save much, but it's okay. See if I can get a nip of the head. All right, a little roasty, watery. little bit of a cocoa taste. Not a strong smell. Very, very dark, but I can still see some light through it. A lot of people ask what's the difference between a porter and a stout. You know, it's like all in the making and how much of the roasting I think in the barley. I don't know the full details. I do, but not off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure there's like less roasting and there's just less to this than there is a stout. Stout has a lot more roasting, if I ain't mistaken, and more barley stuff. It's just, if I ain't mistaken, it's all in the roast. I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyways, take a look. There it is. The great eagle of the Yuengling Brewing Company. A beautiful Yuengling logo. And I'm just so excited to be having the porter. And this is their dark brewed porter recipe. It's supposed to be the oldest recipe they have. So, look at that. So I did just do some quick research, and I was right. You know, a porter and a stout. The stout is basically just a darker, a more roasted version of a porter. I'm pretty sure porters were first, and then they just, you know, they made more roasted from unmalted barleys to give it more of a stronger flavor, stuff like that with the stouts. Porters were just, I guess, like your everyday average macro stout, I guess you would say. So stouts were kind of a big deal when they came out. As you can see, it's pretty clear, see-through, not much head retention. This is a macro lager, obviously. I'm sorry, ale. Listen to me. This is an ale, not a lager. This is pretty dark. Yeah, I'm going to say, it's hard to see, I know. I'm going to say it's about a 42 or something like that. So, all right. Crack them open, pour them up. Let's get to drinking. All righty then. Let's dive into this beautiful ale. Salud. Wow. It's actually very mild, like a porter should be. If I'm not mistaken, too, another little quick fun fact. If you ever, you know, I'm sure you've actually heard of Yuengling Black and Tan. A lot of people, that is, you can find it anywhere. Black and Tan is, if I'm mistaken, Black and Tan is their traditional lager mixed with the porter. Or it could be their premium mixed with the porter. Either way, the porter's in there. I think it's traditional lager. All right, enough of that. This one is good. I don't think it was A+ good like I gave it the first time. But this is a really good macro porter. It's actually very subtle in the flavor. Easy drinking. Very refreshing. Nice roastiness. It's really refreshing. This is crushable, you know. I like that it's 4.7%. It's got a wonderful flavor. It kind of makes me reminisce of like Amberbach, even though it's a different type of beer. I haven't had an Amberbach in a long time now, and that used to be my everyday beer. I had to go out and buy me some Amberbach now. I still love Amberbach a lot. This is going to compete with that though, except the Amberbach has a higher ABV. Amberbach's a different style of beer altogether. If I'm mistaken, it's a lager. Could be off on that, but the flavors to me seem kind of similar. I'd have to do maybe a taste challenge between these two if I ever get it. They keep selling them, you know, and all that. You know? Who knows? They can be off the shelves in a month and never see them again for a while. This is pretty good though. This is an easy drinking porter. This is something that you can, you know, sip on, you know, have an all-day beer type thing, if you ask me. I like that. It's not bad at all. It ain't super special. It ain't nothing like, you know, making me want to go shouting and running around like I was earlier. But it's good. I was excited that I finally got to try the porter in knowing the history of it. So that's easy to drink. Very light in the body. kind of smooth. It's not too carbonated where it's too crisp. It's nice and smooth, but it's not as smooth as some porters I've had. This is, which I'm not looking for smooth. This is actually perfect. This is perfect for a porter, if you ask me. It is perfect. This is wonderful. Food-wise, I mean, this will pair with a lot of meat dishes like red meat, you know. To me, I'm actually craving venison steak. You know, I would like some venison steaks right now. Preferably, actually, I would take like a venison, take a venison cube steak, fry that bad daddy up with some fries, and this beer on the side. That would be a wonderful pairing right there. Yeah, definitely. That would be wonderful. So, on the interwebs, on Beer Advocate, this gets a 77 out of 100, and that's an average rating of 3.39 with 442 ratings on Beer Advocate. On Untapped, with over 23.5 thousand reviews, it gets an average rating of 3.42, falling just shy of the 3.5 middle mark that I call the true middle of Untapped. You know, you would think, well, if it's 1 through 5, 2.5 is the middle. No, I've been down this road. If you already can skip past my rant here, I'm going to do it and just skip up 5 seconds. 3.5 is the middle because almost everything's in the threes. Trust me on this. Trust me. Everything's in the threes on Untapped, and if it's bad, then it gets down below the 3.5. If it's good, it gets above, you know. All right, enough of that. So 3.42 though is just below. That's not bad. I would say it's not a bad grade for that. Would I buy this again? I'll put the pricing information up next to me. What I paid for it after taxes was $17.96 for a 12-pack of 12-ounce bottles. That's after a 7% sales tax. That's about $1.50 a beer. I love that. And that's averaging out to about 12 cents an ounce. Yes, I will buy this again. Yes, I'm going to buy this again. And I'm going to put it up against some other beers, and even ones that aren't in the same category, like Amberbock. I think I might do that, you know. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. That being said, Big B beer review grade. I would definitely buy this again and see Big B. So, memory bells, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And that's mainly because of the history of the thing now, knowing that I'm drinking it, knowing the history, that's why. The flavor really would have, if I wouldn't have known and I was just, yeah, that'd be different. I guess the history makes a difference to me. Yeah, that's me. Craveability, craveability. Craveability, I'm going to give that 7 out of 10. Big B beer review grade. I give this sucker a C+. Now, it's a huge step down from the first check-in I did on Untapped, but I'm giving it a more honest review right now. It's not slapping me in the face with greatness or nothing like that. It's a good all-around porter. It's, you know, it's a solid brew, for sure. It's a solid brew, but it ain't the best porter I've ever had. I've had lots of really good porters. I mean, really good porters. This one's a solid one, for sure, for being a macro brew. So, have you all ever had this brew? Let me know in the comments below. Would you like to see me put this up against Amberbock? Or if you have another porter that you think I might be able to find down here in Florida, let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. Please, feel comment. Somebody just comment in the comments below. I mean, I'd love to see it. It helps the channel out and all that jazz. You know what else helps the channel out? Hit that thumbs up button. Because I hope you all have enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed drinking it. If so, hit that thumbs up button. Remember to like, remember to share. Stay tuned. I got homebrew cooking. I got plenty more beer reviews, blind taste challenges, and I'm working up trying to go back, doing a redo review on the beer with the food that I said. I'm going to try to incorporate that in the future here. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for me because I don't have a whole lot of time to eat squeezies in my day. So finding that is going to be difficult. Some of these dishes I may have to make from scratch, you know. A lot of them I will. Unless it's like a Budweiser with some McDonald's, you know. So make sure you don't miss out by subscribing. It doesn't cost anything. It's totally free. It helps the channel to grow. So does hitting that thumbs up button. So does commenting. You know, even if you can't stand me, just put it in the comments below. I hope to see y'all here at the Dan Bar for the next one. Till next time, salute and happy days.